Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do my project share for Decorate Your Life. And I wanted to come on and show you all the goodies that I have made. I have been busy, busy, busy. And so I wanted to show you all the projects. So I am using the Spring Cottage Bloom, and this is a new pack for April for Decorate Your Life. And she has also come up with a companion pack. It's called Besties. And these are so cute. Really, really pretty images that are in this paper pack, and then some extras. And also she has the ephemera pack, which comes with a lot of these little girls and these little images. Really, really cute. I did do an unboxing on all this, and so these little characters are so cute, these little dolls. And this particular ephemera pack is 3.5 by 5.5. It is 65-pound cardstock, 15 designs, and 30 single-sided cards. So you can cut them up or you can use them whole, which are really, really cute. I really love this pack. And there's some that stand upright and some that are laying like this. Okay, so there's a lot of possibilities with this. And then this new one for Besties, it also has a border that you can cut out and use. And this one and the paper ephemera pack are only printed and sent to you by Sandy, and they are not digital. This paper pack here is digital and can be bought and sent to you. So this is an 8.25 by 8.25, 65-pound cardstock, 8 designs and 16 sheets. And this Besties is 8.25 by 8.25, 65-pound cardstock, 37 designs, and 2 of each sheet. So there's 8 sheets total. So these are really cute. So I'm having a lot of fun with them, but lots of cutting. And so I wanted to show you what I've done, but I'm going to show you my QR code. You can go into Sandy's Etsy and Etsy shop and website shop, so you can look at all her beautiful papers and accessories. She's got lots of beautiful bows and charms, pens, just a lot of different items that she has. And so check that out. And then also our design team has come up with some beautiful, beautiful projects, and they are very, very talented ladies. And I will leave a link below so you can check all their YouTube channels out. And they have been working very hard coming up with some beautiful projects. So that would be, it's fun to go through and see everybody's projects, everybody's ideas. So I've been kind of busy too working on this project, so I got kind of carried away. I mostly do a lot of home decor type items, and I thought this would be pretty for a porch or a patio or some type of sunroom, or even in your home is good. But I had this in mind for my porch, and so I thought it would be pretty to do a lot of plaques and birdhouses. So I'm going to show you everything I've been working on. I kind of did a little hint on this one last week, but I added little flowers. And Sandy has some little roses. I used up all my roses. She does have some in her shop. This I had in my stash. And I just kind of put leaves. So this here, you can use the popsicle sticks. I buy these big ones. They're not huge, but they're the bigger size. So you can just layer them like that. Okay, and I'm going to do a tutorial on this. And all the ones I have shown, that I'm going to show, can be used using paint sticks. Okay, so I used the Nestled in Spring collection. I had this picture left over, so I made a plaque. And since it had the black here, I used the border from the Besties. And I put it on here, on this sign I typed up. And these little birds are from the Besties. And then this charm down here is from Sandy's shop. And she sent that to us a while back, so I used that for the bottom. And you could put hooks. So these, I'm going to show you what I use, but I'll show you all the projects first. And how I made this. And so I just kind of typed this up and put trim and then put the black cording, and you can head up. And Dahlia, we had done swap uh, galatine swap with girls, and she sent me these beautiful butterflies and hearts and leaves that are wood. So I used those in my project. They were perfect. I haven't used the leaves yet, but I used the butterflies, and that's this butterfly right here. And I couldn't find my flowers, so she sent me some pretty flowers too. So this one is the Nestled in Spring, and I wanted to kind of just coordinate it with all the new papers that Sandy has. Okay, so I did this one, and this one I just put paper in the back. Okay, I'm going to show you what I use. Okay, so I have quite a bit of projects that I worked on. Okay, so this is the same thing. So this one is the Spring Cottage Bloom. So I took this beautiful image of the house, and I took the flowers from the paper that had the presents. One of the papers had a present at the bottom, and this was on top. Leslie, one of my the design team members, had cut hers out, and I thought, oh, good idea. It was perfect. So thank you, Leslie. I didn't even think about it, and when she did that, and I thought this would be perfect on my plaques. And so I just put a little bird here, and then I had some letters, and I put Welcome Spring, and then put some trim. So I thought this came out so cute. I still have to hang it. I have my holes, but I'm not sure what color I'm going to use. I couldn't find my cording. So I thought this would be beautiful on a wall. Okay, so then I made that one. I made quite a bit of them. So then I made this beautiful pink one with the balloons and the house. And I did do the ephemera pack. I cut that out. No, I cut this out from the paper. One of the papers had this on the side, so I cut it out and glued it to my plaque. And I just put some trim and some bling, and I used the trim and put this at the bottom. And I put the cording. And this bow is from Sandy's shop. And then this little bird is also from the Besties. So I took the little bird, like she's a little flying, and I thought it was perfect for this plaque. And I just put a little bit of bling and the black. So I kind of coordinated the black from here. And it was a little light, so I just took a pink pen, and kind of went through all the little pink or the tan parts and made them pink so it can match with my my plaque. So I thought this was so cute. I love this house. It's so pretty. So I just typed up some Home Sweet Home, and then just kind of put them there and added a little bit of black just to accent it. So these plaques, I just kind of covered it with paper, and I'll show you. My husband had these wood pieces, and so he gave those to me. And then one more using that plaque. Okay, so what I did was I took the hearts that Dahlia had given me. Thank you, Dahlia. This was so perfect. And it had holes already in there, and it was perfect for the hooks because I needed something a little bit up so the screw didn't go all the way through. And so it was perfect. And I thought with the little hearts here and the hearts here, so that was really, really cute. I didn't paint them. I thought I'd leave them in the natural wood. So I just made the little sign. I had die cut, and then my a punch with the tiny letters. So I love this image. It was so cute. So I did cut slots for the plaque, and then I just kind of put I'm sorry, my allergies are really bad today. It's a little bow, and then I did cut out one of the little images with the cat, with the flowers. I thought was cute. And then I put the butterfly and these roses that I got from Sandy. And then this little piece here is just chipboard. And so I'll show you how I did that. And then these little flowers I painted. So I still have to put my string. I have to find my cording. And then I just put hooks. So you can hang different things on the bottom of this. I love this image too. It's really pretty. All the images are really, really pretty. So I have that one. And then I did have my husband cut, this was the first one I did, some wood boards for me. And you could tell they were old boards that he had, and I just painted them and put boards on the bottom. So you can use it to stand up or lay it on the counter and put something on there. I did decoupage the picture, and then I just put trim. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with this one. When I made this, I kind of did a little boo-boo. You know, I cut it off here. But live and learn. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. So I just kind of, he had this wood, so he cut it down and then cut the little picket fence type of thing here. And I just kind of inked it and put paper. And then these are from Sandy's shop. And then this little sign is from the ephemera pack. So I took the sign, I cut that out and then put it, and it was perfect to fit there. So I might put the little hearts here and then put hooks, because I thought these plaques were pretty tame. But I put, to hold them, I put these little plaques. It's kind of a mess in the back, but you're not going to see it. So I probably should have covered them. So I love this little image with the little girl. It's so, so cute. And I think, I'm not sure. I have to look. No, it's not. Okay, I was trying to think of where I got the other little piece here, but this is the paper I used for this one. Okay, so that was pretty. So I did that plaque. Is that my last plaque? I think that's my last plaque that I made. Okay, so my husband had this wood and he cut that out for me. And then I just added what I needed. And then what he had, it's got like I'm not sure, some type of paper in the back, or some type of material that holds them all together. So it was a huge sheet. He's got all kinds of stuff. So he asked me if this would work, because I needed something with boards. And so it worked perfect. So what I did, and you can use paint stirrers that you can get like at the hardware store, but I didn't have any, and so he had this, so this worked out perfect. So what I did was I counted 3, and I measured it and then cut paper to match. And so I did white, off-white paper. Okay, so what I did was I think that this is like a 10.5, what I had him cut. The first one I did was too short, and I wanted something to come over here in the bottom and the top, so that's what I did. And when I counted, I measured it with the paper, which was a mistake, and the paper has to be a little bit bigger. Okay, I mean, it's smaller, I'm sorry, it's a little bit smaller. See how it is here, and you think that's not going to work, but when you cut the paper this size, I'm not sure what this one is, 1 5/8 or something. So I covered them with off-white first, because I didn't want to paint them. Covered the whole thing with off-white in the slots, and then I inked them in brown. And so every third, and then this one, I bent every third one, and I painted it brown, because when it shows, I wanted it to show the brown in between. Okay, the separation is what I wanted. Okay, and so then I just did a bunch of these in white, and this way I can figure out my mistakes, and then my rule of thumb, hint, I guess, is like this picture has this at the end, and you're gonna probably have a little bit at the end. You might not. I can't remember. Depends on what size your sticks are. So what I did when I cut it this way, started here first to make sure this didn't get cut off. So I had a little bit over here, so just kind of, if that makes sense. If you had a little bit left over, I'd rather it come up of here than on here. And that's what happened on one of them. Let me see which one it was. This one. So I cut off a little bit off of that. And I probably should have turned it. Okay, and then this one, this one's a little bit smaller, if you can see. It's not a big deal, but it just just something that I discovered. You know, just cut it this way. So you cut this first, and then when you turn it around. So I wanted this to be in the front, and then the bottom I have a little bit of a leeway to put hooks. And okay, so I cover it with off-white, whatever color you want, and then I inked it. So all these got inked here, and then I did the brown, the green, different colors till I got the consistency that I wanted. Okay, and then these I haven't covered the back. Then I just kind of put one solid piece of paper in the back. Okay, and then what I did was I took some chipboard for this, and it was a long piece. I just cut a long piece, and it's just brown chipboard. I mean, just whatever the color is. And then I just put that on there, and then put paper and inked it the same to match the bottom. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing you. And then I did do a little nail and hung my little cording, and then did the bow here. But I thought this was a better idea. I didn't have any of the paint steers, whatever they're called. Okay, so that's what I did. So if you know you have a husband, brothers, just different, they cut you some wood or use the paint things so you can put the picture. But I thought they came out really, really cute. So I will do a tutorial on the small one, just to kind of show you how I put this together using these, okay? But I want to show you the rest of my projects. So I made this little watering can. Let me move my camera. Okay, so I took the image from the paper and put this on the watering can. And it was white, so I kind of did a little bit of pink sponging. And then I had the stamp that said "Home Sweet Home," and then I hung it on my on the handle. And I used that crocodile. I didn't think it was going to cut through this handle, and it did. And so I just put two little holes. I was shocked. It's strong. It's pretty sturdy. So this is metal, and it went right through it like nothing. And so I just put two little holes so it can hang down. And put some little wire. And then I used the Besties. And I fussy cut, and then I just put them on a stick, on the popsicle sticks, cut them in half. And then I wanted to put them on my little, can't get that in there now. So I put the fairy, and then I put the little birdhouse. Oops, my hand's in the way. The little birdhouse. And I had some flowers, so I put those. I'm going to take these out. And then I just kind of, I didn't decorate the back, but I just did put trim. I thought it came out so cute. So I'm going to put that on my porch. And then I had this little gardening tool. And so I took the image of the little girls with the birdhouse, and then kind of put a little bit of daisies, and then put garden on there. And then decorated it with, I kind of made a mess right there, but with the paper. I thought this was so cute. I did decoupage it. I just put a little bit of green. I didn't make it, you know, fancy because it's going to sit outside. Excuse me. My allergies have been really, really bad. And so then I made a little birdhouse. Surprise, surprise. So I took one of the little crates and I made a little birdhouse using the same technique with the little, I think I did this out of chipboard, and then cut the paper to size and did the little birdhouse. In the Nestled with Spring, she had this pretty birdhouse, so I did that. And then I cut out the present with the flowers, and then, oops, I did the Besties. And so I put these in there, and I put a bird. And then here, I want to show you on the side, I put the flowers. And so then I just decorated it with, this is the ephemera pack. And then I just took scrap pieces of paper that I had and put that on there. And this is from the spring collection, the Spring Cottage Bloom. And so I wanted to show you what I did with this. Sandy had, I used, she has this in her shop. And I used this applique last week. Okay. So Rhonda was doing her project and she put this on her cover. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, that looks like a butterfly. I mean, I guess I just never noticed it. But when she cut hers, it looked like a butterfly. So I cut it out and I dipped it in a little bit of pink dye and green. And then I put in the back, I put the acetate. I glued it to acetate, and then I cut the acetate out to match. And then I just put some little wire and rolled it up like the little wing, whatever they call the antennas. And then I did some bling. But I thought this came out so cute, and it matched perfect with my house. And I did the little butterfly. So made it, the acetate made it sturdy. Or you can, you know, starch it. But I put the little fairies from the Besties. I thought that would be cute with the butterfly, and it matched perfect. And then I have my little teapot. And then you can put a bird or whatever you want. But I thought it came out really cute. I just kind of stuck some flowers in there. And then let me see, I want to show you. I could take my flowers out. The little door, I made a door. And you don't have to put flowers. I mean, I did on mine because it's going to go on my porch. But you can use this for a lot of things inside your house too. You can use it for recipe cards. You can use it for, you know, your salt and pepper shakers. Anything you want to put in there for treat, candy, anything like that. So I just kind of made like a little door and put the trim on that. And this was just chipboard that I used. And did a couple layers of cardboard and chipboard. So I thought this came out really, really cute. And I used it. So I copied this birdhouse is what I did. And so you see the little door here, and then the way this little wood slats were there. So that's what I did. And then this one I did cut and then pieced them to the bottom. Okay. And then I think that's it. Is that all I made? Yeah. So that's everything I made for this project. And I'm working on some more. And I wanted to show you how I came up with this idea. To make sure that I have everything done. Okay, so I was going to show you. Okay, I want to show you how I made this. Okay, so on this one, I did not cut the top. I just left them round. So I got my popsicle sticks. Kind of went ahead and made some. All right, I mean, kind of covered them just for time. Okay, so I got my popsicle sticks and I covered them with white paper. So what I did with this one, instead of cutting it, measuring it, cutting it, it was a little off and I didn't want to mess it up. So what I did was I just glued, I'll do that. I glued, I put glue all over my stick. Ooh, it's getting stuck. that. And in this way, I made sure that I got it right every time. Okay. And then you just let it okay, so that's what I did with this one. With the big ones, I measured it and then cut them on my cutter. But this one, because it was, some of them are kind of off a little bit, and I didn't want to mess it up. So that's how I did this. And then I did that with the paper also. Okay, made a mess. And then I inked it with pink. I only did the top and the bottom. I didn't do the middle because it will be covered. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this part and how I put it together. So what I did was I measured, I put these close together, and then you get a pencil. Get my pencil, and I kind of just put a line. Okay. And so then I put glue just on this part right here. Use my fingers. And then I put my paper, because like I said, I didn't want it to mess up. So I put it right at the edge. And made sure I did it right at the line. And measured it before I finalize it. Okay, and then you cut that out. Oops, let me get my bigger scissors. And I cut that right at the edge. And you can use an X-Acto knife if you need to. So then that's how I did that one. And same thing on this, okay? So you do your pencil marks. And I'm going to put a piece of chipboard so the lines will cover. Okay, so then you just would see how it fits perfectly. Okay. So on my picture, I made sure that my picture was a little bit smaller than the sticks. That's how I determined how many sticks I needed. Okay, so then you're going to put them like that. Make them even. And you can number them when you're doing them. That way you make sure you get them right. Okay, so then you're going to make sure that you ink your sticks after you put your paper. Okay, so then you're going to make sure that it's even. It's fun. These were really, really fun to make. So you can hang them up. Okay, so then I had my chipboard. So I went ahead and did this. And then what I'm going to do is find my white paper. Stop. Let me see if I find it. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on my chipboard. I don't know where I got this chipboard. It was just a big piece that I had. Put that at the end. Okay. And then you just cut this out. And then what I did, let's see if I can get this right. And you could put a piece of glue it to a cardboard if you wanted to first. That way you can make sure you get it right. A piece of cardboard in the back. Okay. Oh, I was gonna do my inking of my chipboard. And there's nothing perfect that it has to be. So then I just got my glue gun. And then you would put that right. Oops, make sure, shouldn't have done that. Okay, so you should probably do a cardboard in the back, and that way you get it just right. I'm kind of rushing, I'm sorry. So you can cover the black or you can put it underneath. Probably don't have no more glue on my board. Okay, get the picture. I think what I'm going to do is, okay, so that didn't work, so I'm going to get a piece of chipboard just so I can glue this down. You can get cardboard, you can get chipboard, just about anything you have, just to make it even. Okay, and then I'm just going to, I'm sorry, I'm slamming my, I should have made it shorter. Okay. I get so rough with things. That way it's even. Probably should have measured this and I didn't, but that's okay. I should have measured it. I was in a hurry. That's okay. Just so I can put that there. Okay. I'll figure out a way to cut these. That way it's easier to put my chipboard in the bottom. Okay. If I want the border to show. So just like that. I want to put do my inking. And you would do better. I'm just trying to do this in a hurry. Okay. You can get a nail file and file all this down. Do I have one? Yes. Okay, so I kind of nail filed it a little bit. I didn't want to do that on camera because it makes that noise. Then you can put this on top. I like the black showing, so that's why. And there's my little sign. And then you can always cover the chipboard. See, I should have moved it over a little bit, but this is going to be probably hanging on a wall. Okay, so then you can put little signs. You can put the Spring Cottage Bloom. You can cut that out. Let me see, I find it. There you go. Okay, so you can cut that right there. Would that be cute? That looks so cute right there. And then you can put lace, or you can even make little hooks also on that. And you can put that there. Wouldn't that be pretty? I think I'm going to put, rise it up a little bit. And then you can put, some little ephemera pieces. You can hang them like this. You can put a little fairy. Wouldn't that be cute? Yeah, you could put a little bird. I'm still in the process of cutting. You put a little plant. Kind of doesn't fit, but I thought that would be cute. So you can put the little pot there. There's a lot of little things you could put with this collection. Everything kind of coincides with everything. So I thought this is so cute. Easy to do. And you can do this with the paint, whatever they're called. And you can use make the bigger ones. But I thought these little ones were so cute, and I probably put little hangers on it. So thank you all so much for watching. And also we have a Make-A-Wish Wednesday on Facebook. And you can make a wish or grant a wish. And it's a fun way to use up your stash. And it's little items, nothing big. It's just fun to share with others and mail them out and grant someone a wish. And then there is a newsletter that Sandy has that you can find out when she has sale items or anything new that she's coming up with. And she's been busy working on all this beautiful items that she's making. This paper collection is so pretty. And then the new ephemera pack, the Besties, and also the Spring Cottage Bloom and the ephemera pack. So if you get a chance to purchase those, this is a really beautiful items together. They all coordinate together, and also the Nestled in Spring. And so you can get 15% off if you use my coupon code. And at Edwina 15, let me find I'm kind of a mess here, I'm sorry. Edwina 15, and this is also good on sale items. And Sandy always has sale items in her shop. And if she runs out of something, you can make a wish list, and then she when she gets them in, she'll let you know. And thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week with some more projects. Bye-bye.